Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. That's 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Guillermo Boer, a perfect 4-for-4. And a slam dunk from Harney. Brady Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Midso's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Trey Brunell in the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spy, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spy. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and put your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the back. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, Lauren Hart, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton. At the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six, and the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, welcome back. We are live here at Fargo Davies High School on what I always joke is extreme South Fargo. You go any further south than this, you got a couple of houses and a bunch of snow fields. That's how extreme South Fargo that we are at right now. This is game 569 and 570 as we will have the boys game to follow the girls game here. JV game went a little bit late in the boys JV game. Davies won 81-47. I don't have an update on the girls JV, which was played in another gym, but if we do get that, we'll pass it along to you. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 mark on our YouTube channel. If you could subscribe. Statistics show that 72% of you who watch this game are not subscribed. So if you could hit subscribe, hit the bell, and then hit none, you can subscribe, help us out, but avoid the unnecessary alerts. If you hit personalize, you'll get the alerts that Google thinks you might be interested in. And if you hit all, then you'll get all the alerts for every game broadcast that we do. So you can follow us on Twitter. Our Facebook has gotten a handful of likes since our last game, which is really, really awesome. And we certainly appreciate you following us on social media. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the two teams side by side when we come back after this. We're about 9 minutes away from tip-off here at Fargo Davies High School on the ND Sports Channel.
Sitting here talking to our area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Fred, insurance is never an easy thing to talk about or understand. What do you and your team do to make this a simpler process?
That's exactly right. Insurance can be complicated and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let my team educate you, protect you, and insure you the way you should be insured. Please give me a call today at 701-356-3665 or stop by one of my 3 area locations to better serve you. Allstate Fred Hage Agency.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Download Game Time today. The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. Fargo South warming up on the floor there. Fargo Davies is in the locker room at the moment. So we'll keep it on the Bruins for the time being. Well, we'll actually take it off the Bruins for the time being. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two teams side by side. We'll start with Fargo Davies. Last year they were 13 and 12. They were 9-3 when playing at home, 4-9 on road or neutral court. They're 0-1 this year with that 69-34 loss to Bismarck Century. Century always a tough team to play against, and that was in that Fargo-Bismarck crossover where the girls played in Bismarck and the boys played in Fargo this year. Bringing them into tonight's game against Fargo South. The Eagles will have, the Lady Eagles, I should say, will have a few more games on the ND Sports Channel. We'll see them in a couple days up at Fargo North when they take on the Spartans, and then we'll see them again on the 10th against Cheyenne, the 14th at West Fargo, and then the 24th of January against Fargo South once again, and then Fargo North on the 28th, and then we'll see him towards the end of this season against the West Fargo Packers here at home, and then at Cheyenne taking on the Mustangs as well. For the Fargo South Bruins, 3-19 last year. They were 2-8 at home, 1-11 on a road or neutral court. They're 0-1 this year, falling 71-44 to Bismarck Legacy. I talked to a few parents for that Fargo South team, and they said the girls actually played well in that game, even though they lost. So we'll see what they can do here tonight against Fargo Davies. This should be, I would suspect, probably a pretty even game, to be 100% honest with you. But we'll see as this thing unfolds. It's so early in the season, it's really hard to say that for sure. But with that said, we'll see the Bruins at least one more time on the January 24th when they take on Fargo Davies. That time it'd be a home game for Fargo South. So we'll see them at least one more time this year. We'll see if we can squeeze any more in at all for the Fargo South Bruins. Since everybody's either 0-0 or 0-1, we will skip over the standings for now, and we'll go to our game calendar as the Fargo Davies Eagles now come out onto the floor. And as you can see, the two games tonight, we have a game pending on Thursday, and then we'll have that Fargo North Fargo Davies game on Friday, and then we'll wrap up the week with girls hockey, a rematch of the state championship game from last year, the game that which Bismarck Blizzard won 2-1 in overtime over Fargo North South. Bismarck Blizzard, they fell to Fargo Davies 3-1 just a couple days ago, so that should be an interesting matchup there between North South and the Bismarck Blizzard, as North South has lost some good players from last year, not necessarily to graduation, but they're playing some upper level hockey, I guess you could call it. And we'll tell you more about that on Hockey Day. But for now, we're going to take another timeout. We're about 4 minutes away from the opening tip-off and announcements and all that good stuff. So when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and all that other cool stuff right after this here on the pregame show.
What does it mean to be in good hands? It means to get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm your area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Let my team and I give you a free, no obligation, personalized insurance proposal and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Give us a call today at the Allstate Fred Hage Agency or stop by to our new West Fargo location at the intersection of Veterans and 32nd Avenue. Allstate Fred Hage Agency, with 3 area locations to better serve you.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. All right, welcome back. Fargo Davies High School here, and Fargo Davies, the Eagles, out on the floor right now. Girls game first, the boys game to follow. We have about 2 minutes here for the Eagles to continue warming up. Fargo South is back in the locker room talking things over right now. So with that said, your starting lineups. Well, let's first start with the non-starters. Actually, I forgot to circle the starters for Fargo Davies. Let's see here. Let me do that really quick. Done. Okay, got them circled. So your non-starters, we'll start with Fargo South. Sammy Hazelton is a 5'5" junior guard forward. She'll be wearing jersey number 5. Once again, these are your non-starters. And then the 5'5" sophomore guard, number 12, Pilar Adcox. And then a 5'5" sophomore guard / forward, number 15, Liv Berger, a 5'9" junior forward / center, number 20, Ann Smith, and a 5'7" senior forward, number 21, Rachel Osborne. Once again, those are your non-starters for Fargo South. Your non-starters for the Fargo Davies Eagles include a 5'6" junior guard wearing number 3, Abby Gothberg, a 5'7" junior forward, number 5, Michaela Selensky, a 5'9" junior guard, number 12, Ellen Donut, a 5'9" junior forward, number 20, Taylor Frosley, is actually out today on an injury, or at least that's what I was told anyway. If it's not, I apologize. And then you got the 5'8" sophomore forward, number 21, Marissa Burian, the 5'9" freshman guard forward, number 22, Ashley Wacha, a 5'7" sophomore guard, number 23, Taylor Safransky, a 5'7" junior guard, number 24, Jesse Hammond, a 5'6" sophomore guard, number 34, Kennedy Vettel, a 5'10" senior power forward, number 44, Lexi Simliascu, a 5'9" junior forward, number 50, Madeline Stroud, and a 6' junior power forward, number 52, Caden Kurzman. Once again, those are your non-starters for the Fargo Davies Eagles. And that will bring us to the buzzer here. Well, they'll stop the clock with 5.4 seconds, so you won't hear a buzzer today. If they do the national anthem, we'll take another break. If they do not, then... Well, let me try that again. If they do the national anthem with the color guard, we'll take a break and come back with your starting lineups. Otherwise, we'll do the starting lineups and then break, and then come back for your opening tip. So it's going to be one of those two as they reset the clock. Once again, if you're not familiar with Class A basketball, you got 18-minute halves. So we'll turn it over to the PA announcer right now.
Welcome to Fargo Davies High School for tonight's matchup, featuring the visiting Bruins from Fargo South and your Davies Eagles.
I apologize that people may or may not occasionally walk through our camera.
Conference encourage and promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent. As high school student athletes, they commit to fair play, responsibility, and respect. Both teams invite you to support their effort. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and remove your hats for the
presentation? All right, so we will take a timeout for the color guard.
Fargo Public Schools Air Force Junior ROTC under the
and then we'll be back with your starting lineups right after this.
Master Sergeant James Gibson.
What does it mean to be in good hands? It means to get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm your area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Let my team and I give you a free, no obligation, personalized insurance proposal and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Give us a call today at the Allstate Fred Hage Agency or stop by to our new West Fargo location at the intersection of Veterans and 32nd Avenue. Allstate Fred Hage Agency with 3 area locations to better serve you.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Welcome back to Fargo Davies High School here. Mike Mason with you on the ND Sports Channel. I want to thank our sponsors, including Allstate Fred Hage Agency, as well as Van Dam Chiropractic and Game Time for making these games possible this evening and all season long for the Fargo Davies Eagles.
Assigned by the Red River Valley Officials Association are
Here are your officials
Ryan
for
Gellner,
tonight.
Ryan Weiser, and Jordan Rowe.
Ryan Gellner, good buddy of mine. Worked with him at KVLY. Did a lot of Bison football stuff with Ryan.
Cameron Hendricks.
Officiated some softball games that I've called.
Cummings.
Ryan Gellner, really good man. He's the guy in the middle there.
Sabrina Dunbar. Sonia Dole.
These are
and
Davies
Valencia
cheerleaders.
Valle. They're coached by Jennifer LaRue, Amber Cox, and Trenton LaRue. Assistant coaches for the Bruins are Shane Alderman, Sarah Storant. And for your Eagles, Mary Anderson and Trevor Olson.
And as always, they'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fargo South Bruins, with the starting lineups. We'll repeat them as they are mentioned. Or I could have gone through all 5 of them by now. I'm not sure what the delay is there, but that's okay. So.
And now for tonight's starting lineups in alternate format.
In alternating order tonight.
Starting for the Bruins, a 5'7" junior sophomore. Number 3, Addie Wagner.
Addie Wagner is a 5'7" sophomore
And for the
guard.
Eagles, a 5'9" junior. Number 10, Jenna Langang.
You got Jenna Langang, 5'9"
For the
junior
Bruins,
guard.
a 5'4" sophomore. Number 11, Laura Green.
Laura Green, a 5'4"
And for
sophomore
the Eagles,
guard.
a 5'10" junior. Number 14, Riley Wacha. For the Bruins, a 5'3" junior. Number 14, Alice Carlson. And for the Eagles, a 6' junior. Number 15, Taylor Bay. For the Bruins, a 5'9" sophomore, number 22, Bryn Nelson. And for the Eagles, a 5'8" junior, number 33, Brooklyn Enid. For the Bruins, a 5'9" junior, number 40, Paige Schroeder.
And we got one more starter.
A 6' sophomore, number 40, Ava Wild. Head coach for the Bruins is Jason Spetchammer. And for your Eagles, they're coached by Mr. Tim Jacobson.
All right, we'll turn down because as much as we love that AC/DC song, YouTube hates it. So we're going to need to turn that down just for a moment. So once again, your starters for Fargo South, 5'7" sophomore guard Addie Wagner, 5'4" sophomore guard Laura Green, a 5'3" junior guard Alice Carlson, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I missed one. Bryn Nelson, 5'9" sophomore guard, and then a 5'9" forward/center junior, Paige Schroeder. And for the Fargo Davies Eagles, as I write in Paige, because I forgot to do that earlier, I only got through jersey number 22 for the Bruins in my scorebook, so I apologize for that. Game starters for Fargo Davies, Jenna Langang, a 5'9" junior guard, Riley Wacha, a 5'10" junior guard, Taylor Frey, a 6' junior forward, and Brooklyn Koenig, a 5'8" junior guard, and Ava Wild, a 6' sophomore forward. And the tip is won by Fargo South. Addie Wagner will have the basketball to start things off here for the Bruins as they work it over to the near side. Paige Schroeder with the ball up top now. Nelson far side, and now look down low, and the basket's up and in. Paige Schroeder gets the first 2 points for the Fargo South Bruins, and we forgot to turn on our scoreboard. So we'll do that really quick. 3 is on the way, and it's in. That was out of the hands of Riley Wacha, and it's 3-2 Davies. Turnover Fargo South. There, another scoreboard is working, and we'll keep track of points and fouls and give you audio cues of how much time is remaining and rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, all that cool stuff. 17:06 to go here, first half of play. 1 point lead for the Davies Eagles. Both these teams 0-1. They fell, Fargo Davies fell to Bismarck Century, and Fargo South fell to Bismarck Legacy in their first 2 games of the season as the rebounds pulled down there by, I believe that's Wacha, excuse me. Wacha threw it inside, and there's a whistle and a foul on the Fargo South Bruins. Riley Wacha will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline right inside there and immediately up and in. Nice job there. Couldn't quite see the jersey number, ponytails covering it up, but once we figure out who it is, we will remember that the jersey number covers it up. Brooklyn Koenig with the bucket. (5-2) Fargo Davies. Ball's poked away out of bounds. It should be Davies' ball, and it will be. Laura Green there trying to get the steal, and they're going to call a foul on Riley Wacha, apparently. A technical foul. So we'll go down to this end of the court. And stepping up to the free throw line will be Addie Wagner, 5'7" junior guard, or sophomore guard, excuse me. And the first one's a little bit strong off the back rim. So they get 2 free throws, and then they'll get the possession back here. And here's a second free throw, and that one's in. Expect her to make more of those through this game if she goes to the line more often. She's a really good player, puts in a lot of work during the offseason, and The results will show. I believe she scored 26 against Bismarck Legacy in that loss in the first game. Alice Carlson, number 14, fires it over to the far side there for Laura Green. She'll dribble down to the baseline. Shots off the backboard, and a rebound. Snagged there by Paige Schroeder, and then a foul, and that'll be team foul number 2 here. Taylor Fay will pick up the personal foul, and that'll send Paige Schroeder to the free throw line. 1 for 1. 5-4 now, and she can tie the game up. Oops, hit the wrong button there. And she will. We're tied at 5. Only one team foul for Fargo South. We apologize. Once again, our graphics guy hit the wrong button. That's Wacha. Gets her own rebound, puts it in off the glass. Riley Wacha with 5 points. And it's 7-5, and the Eagles retake the lead. That's the second lead change of the game. Check that. The first lead change of the game. 1 tie, 1 lead change for Fargo Davies. And a timeout on the floor. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this here on the ND Sports Channel. All right, so we will not take a timeout because we had some issues there, apparently. So Paige Schroeder leading the way with 4 points for the Fargo South Bruins, and Riley Wacha with 5 of the Eagles' 7. As Wacha will bring it up over the timeline there, being guarded by, I believe that's Wagner. No, Wagner's over on the far side. That was Bryn Nelson. Pass inside to the paint. Off the glass and in. It's Taylor Fay with the bucket. 9-5, 15-18 to go here. First half of play. Wagner triggered it into Bryn Nelson. Davies playing a couple players in the backcourt there. Three-quarter court press as the ball goes back in the hands of Addie Wagner. Back over to Nelson. Quickly inside. The ball was tipped and taken away. All the way down to the bucket and in. It's Ava Wild with the points. Long three from Wagner. That one's a little bit off the mark. Rebound comes down to Fargo Davies. 11-5 in favor of Fargo Davies, and that one will just go off the front of the rim. Battle for it out of bounds. Should be Fargo South basketball, and it is. They'll go into the books as a turnover for Fargo Davies. A little bit hard to see the gold on white from up here, but we'll do the best we can for Fargo Davies. It's not too difficult. We're a little bit closer than we normally are when we set up here for games, so that this actually works out pretty well. Far side, that's Laura Green. Green has the ball stripped away, and now we're going to have a foul. I'm not sure on who. It's we'll see who they call it on here. Now Fargo South has 2 fouls. Sammy Hazelton, a 5'5 junior guard, checks into the lineup here for Fargo South. So Wacha will bring it up over the timeline with 14-14 to go. Wacha had to pick up her dribble. Now near wing into the hands there, Brooklyn Koenig. Koenig will work it inside, and that is Simley Askew with the shot. Couldn't get it to go. Now a defensive board pulled down by Paige Schroeder. And a whistle as I look down to record the rebound and a foul. 13:59 to go. Once again, 2 players in the backcourt there, putting a little pressure on Fargo South as Carlson will swing it over the timeline. Quick pass from Hazelton out into the corner. Bryn Nelson 3-pointer off the rim, and wrestling match for the ball. Should be jump ball, possession Fargo Davies. And that will exactly be the case. So 11-5, 13:44 to go here in the first half of play. Once again, 2 halves of basketball. After the first 2 halves, we'll have 2 more halves for you. Same 2 teams, and the boys will take the court. Fargo Davies boys picked up a win over Bismarck Century, really good game. And then Fargo South would fall a little bit short against Bismarck Legacy. We had both of those games for you here on the ND Sports Channel just a handful of days ago. Koenig now here on the near wing, looks for the lob pass down low, got it in there, up and in. Taylor Fay with 2 more points. 13-5, Carlson quickly, Bryn Nelson, ball's tipped. Nelson will chase it down, and they'll call it travel. That's turnover number 4, according to my numbers here for the Bruins. Davies will work it far wing, now down in the low post. Back out top, foot on the line, long 2. Off the board, no good. Rebound to Bryn Nelson. Nelson to Wagner to Carlson over the timeline. 12:45 to go as Carlson will give it back to Wagner in between the circles. Wagner puts the ball on the floor, dribbles to her right. Looking for a screen. She'll get one from Bryn Nelson. Now go down into the corner along the baseline. Tried to feed it into the paint, but the ball was tipped away into the hands of, I believe that was number 12. And if it was Ellen Donut. And a whistle and a foul called here on Fargo South. 3rd team foul.
Number 5, Sammy Hazelton, first personal, 3rd team foul.
We'll turn this up.
Wow.
Forgot to turn it up after that AC/DC song in our pregame show. We apologize for that. Much better now. I can even hear it in my headphones. That's good. In and out, and then offensive foul on Fargo Davies underneath.
Fouls on the Eagles. Number 14, watch out.
Ryan Gellner saying, got to tuck your jersey in there, Addy, and then we can play basketball. 13-5, Eagles lead the Bruins here. 4 team fouls for the Eagles, 3 for the Bruins. Wagner being guarded in the backcourt there by the 5'9" junior Ellen Donut. Now they'll get it into the hands of, I believe that was Hazelton who was falling down there. Comes back to Fargo Davies. Quickly corner. Driving baseline there is Donut, and a whistle will come, and a body foul on Fargo South. 4 fouls per team now. I believe it's on Osborne. Nope, check that. It's on Wagner.
4th team foul.
Rachel Osborne snuck into the lineup. I didn't see that happen. She's wearing number 21 for Fargo South. 3-pointer on the way, and that one looked like it was going to dump itself in off the front of the rim, but no go on that one. 2 missed shots. Rebound to Hazelton, and the Bruins will come back the other way, trailing by 8. 11:35 to go. They'll fire it over to the far side there. Carlson back up. Wagner now near wing into the hands of Rachel Osborne for 3. She got it.
That's a 3 for Osborne.
That cuts the lead to 5, 13-8. Into the lineup now, Taylor Safransky, number 23 for Fargo Davies. Long 3 is on the way. Can they respond? No. And the rebound, the loose ball rebound, will eventually go into the hands of, I'm not sure. They're going to call a jump ball here, and that'll go to Fargo South. Nice hustle by Sammy Hazelton, who was underneath all those players to keep the ball. And possession arrow will favor the Bruins this time as Wagner will inbound it from in front of her own bench to Carlson. Back to Wagner now, 10:55 and counting. Carlson over on the far side, dribbles up, gives it out to Wagner, into the corner quickly. Osborne, another three from the corner. No, that one will not go in. Davies will pull down the rebound with 10:45 to go as they bring it over the timeline. Long two, foot on the line, off the boards. Wagner with the rebound. Osborne will tee it up for three. It looked good coming out of her hand, just didn't quite get the bounce she needed off the rim there. And back the other way, Davies will come. Nice move, move there. Koenig gets two more. Koenig, she was driving in the lane with her left hand, kind of motioned to her teammate, and the defender followed their left hand. That allowed the lane to come wide open for Koenig to drive in for that layup. 10 minutes to go, 15-8 in favor of Fargo Davies as Wagner has it up at the top of the key. A long three is on the way, a little bit too strong. Rebound to Hazelton, now back out to Carlson to Wagner. Try it again, didn't make the first time, not the second time either. Battle for the rebound, I believe it'll stay with Fargo South, and it will. Wagner with 1 point. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line, while the Bruins are 3 of 4 overall from the free throw line. They also have 5 points from the field, including a triple from Rachel Osborne. Riley Wacha leading the way right now with 5 points for Fargo Davies, 4 for Taylor Fay and Brooklyn Koenig, and 2 for Ava Wild. And that's 2 more for Paige Schroeder, and she now has 6 points. 15-10, 9:34 to go here, first half of play as Davies will work it down inside. Nice move, and the basket counts off the glass and in.
Hey, with the bucket assist, Koenig.
They're crediting the basket to Koenig. I don't think she was the one who got it, but maybe she did. Actually, now that I see her up close, that was indeed her.
Entering the game, number 5, Michaela Selensky.
Michaela Selensky, a 5'7" junior forward for the Eagles. Koenig with the basketball right now. Teeing it up for three, and it's in and out of the hands there, Langang, and now a follow-up and a whistle on a foul. Foul will be on Fargo South, I believe.
Fouls on the Bruins. Number 5, Hazelton, second personal.
Sammy Hazelton, the 5'5" junior guard, picks up her second personal.
At the line, number 15, Taylor Fay.
Fay now has 5 points with that free throw. And make it 2 free throws and 6 points. Taylor Fay and Brooklyn Koenig leading the way with 6 points each, with Riley Wacha with 5 right behind them. Osborne here on the near wing. Gets it back up top there. That is Bryn Nelson. Nelson will fire it over to Wagner. Wagner being guarded there by Selensky. They'll work it inside. Hazelton thought about the shot, got the defender up in the air and moved closer to the basket and drew the foul. Nice job.
Fouls on the Eagles, number 40, Ava Wild. At the line, number 5, Hazelton.
Ava Wild picks up her first. And Hazelton makes her first free throw attempt of the day. Good. One more for the Fargo South, and it's 19-11. Two for two. Nice job there by the 5'5" junior Sammy Hazelton. And Davies will try and increase their lead. They have a 7-point lead right now. Fargo South can get the ball back and chip it down to 5 or 4. That would certainly be helpful. Loose ball inside, now a 3 from Koenig. Off the back iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to Brent Nelson. Nelson will give it to Wagner in the backcourt. No pressure from Davies this time around as Wagner will give it back over to Brent Nelson. Back to Wagner, now to Osborne on the near wing. Tees it up for 3, in and out. And that one will be a Wild save. That'll end up in the hands of Ava Wild. Or check that, Selensky, excuse me. Jump ball will favor the Eagles.
Entering the game for the Eagles, number 23, Safransky.
Taylor Safransky, a 5'7" sophomore, has the ball right now, being guarded there by Hazelton. She'll push it into the corner, and they'll work it down into the low post. Driving the baseline, shot is up and in.
Taylor Faye.
Faye with 8 points now, leading the way for Fargo Davies. 21-12, 7:37 and counting to go, first half of play. Wagner, double team, fires it over the fingertips of Osborne, out of bounds. That is turnover number 5 for the Fargo South Bruins.
Entering the game for the Bruins, number 14, Carlson.
Safransky, the sophomore, brings it up for Fargo Davies. Pushes it into the corner, and Safransky will get it back. Quick pass over to the far side. Now they'll push it into the corner for 3. Off the back iron, won't go. Loose ball rebound. There's going to be a foul, more than likely on Selensky.
Fouls on number 5. Kayla Selensky, first personal, 16 foul.
One more foul for Fargo Davies to put Fargo South at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 bonus. Right now there's 7:16 remaining here in the first half. So
number 12, Ellen Donut.
Fargo South can create that foul on Fargo Davies here in the next minute or less, that would certainly be beneficial here for Fargo South to try and cut the deficit on the scoreboard a little bit here. Paige Schroeder up top now. Nelson over to Carlson. Carlson to Rachel Osborne. Now back to Nelson. 5 to shoot on the shot clock, and the 3 was blocked, and Fargo Davies will get the ball back. Coming the other way is Ava Wild. Wild will pass it near side. 3 is up, 3 is in. It's Jenna Langang with the triple from 19-9.
For 3.
And the Eagles double up the Bruins, 24-12. Carlson, check that. That was Hazelton, excuse me, on the far side. Now Carlson has it, gives it back to Hazelton. Baseline, in there for Schroeder. Schroeder had it stolen away. Quickly the other way, Eagles have a couple players wide open. How about another 3 from Langang? Back-to-back triples for Jenna Langang will cause Fargo South to take a timeout.
Timeout.
It's a full timeout. That'll give us a chance to resolve our issue. We'll go to a silent timeout to start with, and then an actual timeout shortly after that. Be right back here in a moment on the ND Sports Channel.
Simply ask you.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Welcome back. 6:05 to go here. 27-12 in favor of the Fargo Davies Eagles, thanks to the hot hand from the corner of Jenna Langang. Burying back-to-back 3 is the 5'9" junior guard. Increases the Eagles lead 15. A little bit of a half-court pressure there from Fargo Davies. No problem this time around for South. Bryn Nelson over on the far wing. Puts the ball to the floor, lost it. Ends up in the hands, I believe, of 22, was it? Watcha? Once again, it's kind of hard to see those numbers from up here. It's actually Safransky.
Bruins number 5, Hazelton. That's her 3rd personal, 16 foul.
Hazelton, I would suspect we'll see a sub for her in the near future here. Looks like Paige Schroeder is going to check in as Hazelton with 2 points and 3 fouls. That'll probably be the last time we see her here in the first half after the sub back here at the next break in action, which will come right now. They're going to call a turnover. on Fargo Davies. Carried the ball, he can't do that.
Entering the game, number 40, Schroeder.
So Hazelton will indeed get a breather, more than likely for the remainder of the first half, as Paige Schroeder will check back into the lineup. Three-quarter court pressure here by Fargo Davies in the backcourt. They'll get it to Carlson, back to Wagner, still in the backcourt. And the ball was tipped, but it went into the hands of Carlson. Feeds it down low for Osborne for the two-point basket. Osborne with 5 points now.
Osborne with the bucket.
5:11 and counting to go here. Into the corner. Now they'll work it down into the low post. Into the paint. Free throw line jumpers up and off the mark. Rebound initially pulled down there by Paige Schroeder. Wagner will get the ball and bring it over the timeline with 4:53 to go. Push into the corner for Nelson. 20 to shoot on the shot clock as Carlson gets the ball. Carlson will dribble up in between the circles. A little bounce pass there to Wagner. She'll back up right in front of the midcourt stripe. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. 8 to shoot. Carlson has the basketball, looking for Bryn Nelson. Maybe got away for a travel. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. It's up, and that will reset the shot clock. And a rebound there. And now Bryn Nelson will put the shot up right away. Can't get it to fall. A little bit short on that one. And Davies will bring it back with a 13-point lead, trying to increase it. They'll work the ball inside to the paint there and back out. Long two is on the way, and that one will find its way in. It's Ellen Donut.
Ellen Donut.
I did ask the coach. I was like, how do you say her name? And she's like the donut that you eat. So I was like, okay, that's easy enough. Rebound there for Bryn Nelson. She'll hand it off to Carlson. Carlson to Wagner. Drives into the paint. Tried to feed it there. Down low to Schroeder, but it went off the foot of a Fargo Davies player out of bounds. It'll remain Fargo South with the ball. Koenig checks back into the lineup here for Fargo Davies. Baseline inbounds pass for Carlson for the Fargo South Bruins. Corner wide open for three. Osborne, count it! Rachel Osborne with her second triple of the day, and it's 29-17. 3:38 counting to go here in the first half. I believe that's Wild. Cross-court pass, far side. Can't see who that is, but thankfully the shot didn't go in, so I didn't have to figure it out. Once again, a little hard to see the gold on white on the far side there, but we'll do the best we can. 3:26 to go. Pressure in the backcourt once again. Not necessarily some dominant pressure, but a little bit of a threat. More of a half-court attempted trap there that did not work. Wagner for three. Is this one to go in? No. A little bit off the mark once again. Maybe, maybe not an ill-advised three, but back the other way. Davies, baseline jumper from 10 feet will find its way in.
Taylor Fay.
Taylor Fay with that bucket enters the double-digit club with 10. First player from either team to reach 10. Osborne has 7 for Fargo South. 2:40 and counting to go. First half of play. Long two. A little bit off the mark there, and Fargo Davies will bring it back. 2.5 to go. That's Koenig. Reverse layup to the basket won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Schroeder. Schroeder to Carlson. 2:20 to go as Carlson passes the timeline. Directing traffic with the left hand. Osborne thought about the three, then got it down to the low block there for Schroeder. A couple dribbles into the paint, too strong off the glass. Rebound comes down to Fargo Davies. Quickly up the court, and that one will be tipped and end up in the hands of Osborne. 4 turnovers for Fargo Davies now, according to my numbers, as Wagner will backtrack. Wagner to Schroeder at the free throw line, out top to Carlson in between the circles. Carlson will call for play number 4. Carlson directing traffic, drives to the hoop, shots blocked out of bounds. Taylor Fay with the block. You don't see that too frequently in girls basketball, but we saw it this time. Simliaski will get a breather on the bench. She'll go back to the Gatorade bucket, get some water. High inbounds pass to Wagner just in front of the timeline. Wagner looking for a screen, and she'll drive to the bucket. That one was swatted out of bounds, and it'll stay with Fargo South. 94 seconds to go. Minute 34, 5 to shoot on the shot clock. So it's going to have to be an inbounds pass to an open player, or Nelson with a 3. That was temporarily blocked or partially blocked, I should say.
Falls on the Bruins, number 40, second.
Paige Schroeder picks up her second. Team foul 7. And the free throw's up and in. 32-17. Faye is now 3 for 3, and the Eagles are 3 for 3 from the line. And Faye has taken all the free throws and made all the free throws. 33-17 in favor of Fargo Davies. Pressure on the backcourt now, and a whistle, and I believe a timeout, Fargo South. All right, we'll take a timeout as well. Maybe not. Let's see here. What's the... No timeout. We'll keep it right here for the moment. Thought there was a timeout by Fargo South, but there was not, so... Minute 20 to go here in the first half. Inbounds pass comes to Bryn Nelson, near side to Carlson. Pressure in the backcourt, back to Bryn Nelson. Nelson gets it over the timeline into the hands of Wagner. 19 to shoot on the shot clock. Wagner drives to the hoop, tried to scoop it in there, didn't quite go. Back the other way comes Fargo Davies. Nice pass inside, and she'll draw the foul. Going to the free throw line is Ava Wild. She has 2 points, and that's team foul 8 on.
Number 3, Wagner, second personal, 8th team foul.
8th team foul.
Number 40, Ava Wild.
Ava Wild will be the first Davie besides Faye to go to the free throw line. She'll make it. That's one more, 34-17. And that one's missed. That's the first miss of the afternoon here for Fargo Davies from the free throw line. They are now officially 5 of 6 from the line. Pressure on the backcourt once again. Carlson back to Wagner, still in the backcourt. 4 seconds across the timeline, and they do. Nelson to Schroeder, far side, loose ball, and battling for it. Davies will come away with it. That's another turnover now, and that's 10 turnovers for Fargo South, according to my numbers, unless I missed one. Did she step on the line? No, it's going to be a foul on Wagner, and that'll be team foul number 9, and Wagner's 3rd, and that could be bad news.
Wagner, 3rd personal, 9th team foul.
If Wagner gets too many more fouls here, she could possibly be going out for a long time, and that will certainly benefit Fargo Davies. Take out Fargo South's leading scorer, at least on most games. Right now, she only has 1 point, but that could change in the second half. We have another foul here, this time on Fargo Davies.
Fouls on the Eagles, number 33, Koenig. First personal, 17th foul. Shooting the one-on-one, number 14, Carlson.
First trip to the line for the 5'3" junior. Has to make one to get one, and she'll get that second one.
Into the game for the Bruins, number 31, Hannah Caribou. And for the Eagles,
so that put Wagner on the
Jenna
bench.
Langame.
Hannah Caribou will come into the lineup here. And the second free throw is in and out. .25 seconds to go. 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now no shot clock. 18 seconds to go as Schroeder tries to get it through the timeline. Lost the ball in the hands of Osborne. Tipped into the hands of Bryn Nelson. Nelson with 10 seconds to go. Loose ball on the floor. Keeps it. Tried to pass it away, and now Davies will take it back. Quickly up court. Battered away by Carlson. 1 second. They need to get the shot off, and that'll bring us to halftime.
Your halftime score, Davies Eagles 34, Fargo South Bruins 18. Stick around for the Acro Micro.
We'll add up some numbers, take a timeout, be back after this here with your halftime show right after this on the ND Sports Channel.
What does it mean to be in good hands? It means to get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm your area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Let my team and I give you a free, no obligation, personalized insurance proposal and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Give us a call today at the Allstate Fred Hage Agency or stop by to our new West Fargo location at the intersection of Veterans and 32nd Avenue. Allstate Fred Hage Agency with 3 area locations to better serve you.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed. Someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel, a Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Sitting here talking to our area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Fred, insurance is never an easy thing to talk about or understand. What do you and your team do to make this a simpler process?
That's exactly right. Insurance can be complicated and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let my team educate you, protect you, and insure you the way you should be insured. Please give me a call today at 701-356-3665 or stop by one of my 3 area locations to better serve you. Allstate Fred Hage Agency.
All right, we're at halftime here. The youngsters are, tell you what, we'll take that scoreboard off so you can see the youngsters running on the track there. And we'll go over the halftime numbers here for you. We'll start with the visiting Fargo South Bruins. They are led right now by Rachel Osborne with 8 points, 6 of those 8 from behind the three-point arc. Other scorers include Paige Schroeder with 6, Sammy Hazelton with 2, and Alice Carlson and Addie Wagner with 1 apiece. Addie Wagner and Sammy Hazelton, you may not see those two play for the first half of the second half here, as they are both on the bench right now with 3 fouls. Paige Schroeder has 2 fouls. The free throws, Addie Wagner 1 for 2 for 50%, Sammy Hazelton 2 for 2 for 100%, Alice Carlson 1 for 2 for 50%, Paige Schroeder 2 for 2 for 100%. Overall, Fargo South 6 of 8 or 75% from the free throw line. And they have a total of 13 turnovers in that first half of play, according to my numbers. Fargo Davies only 4 turnovers in that first half, according to my numbers. And, well, they are led right now by Taylor Fay with 12 points. She's also 4 of 4, 100% from the free throw line. Other scorers include Brooklyn Koenig and Jenna Langang, both with 6 points. Langang 6 points on back-to-back triples from the near corner over to the right side of your screen here, which really separated Fargo Davies from Fargo South, and Fargo South hasn't been able to trim away at that, at least not yet. Let's see here. Other scorers include Ellen Donut with 2, Riley Wacha with 5, and Ava Wild with 3. Let's see here. Taylor Fay, 4 of 4 for 100%. Ava Wild, 1 of 2 for 50%, making the Fargo Davies Eagles 5 of 6 or 83%. From the free throw line. So Eagles shooting 83% from the line, Bruins shooting 75% from the free throw line. There was a total of 9 team fouls on Fargo South in that first half, and a total of 8, or was it 9? No, it was a total of 7 actually. I had 1 extra X on my scoreboard there. And that is your halftime numbers. So, with that said, your halftime score once again, Fargo Davies 34, and the Fargo South Bruins 18. We'll put the scoreboard back on. We'll take a timeout as we're 3 or so minutes away. Actually, we'll just keep it right here. No, we won't, because I don't know if that music's copyrighted or not. Really sorry about that. Let's take a timeout. Be right back.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal, your daughter's set stealing a serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Download Game Time today.
This is Michael Hall, a senior at Kindred High School and the 2018-19 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. While the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those that display good sportsmanship. We need those people who treat competition as a game and not a war. People who show genuine concern for an injured player and those who accept all decisions of the game officials. Remember to be a good sport and a good citizen when you attend a high school game.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, welcome back. So get ready for the second half of play here from Fargo Davies High School. Game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader. Girls first right now, and boys coming up in about 18 minutes worth of basketball, plus about 10 seconds of halftime yet. So it's 34-18. Once again, Fargo South led in scoring by Rachel Osborne. 8 points, including 6 from three-point land. And the Fargo Davies Eagles, Taylor Fay leads the way. 12 points overall, and 4 of those from the free throw line. She's a perfect 4 of 4, 100% from the free throw line. And we are ready to go. It will be possession arrow. I'm trying to think here. Possession arrow is favoring Fargo South. So it'll be Fargo South basketball to start the second half.
Ball to start the second half.
Inbounds pass comes to Carlson as the Bruins go from left to right in their gold uniforms. Now Hazelton up top, Wagner, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. It's on Fargo South. That'll be the first foul.
Number 14, Carlson. Second personal. First team foul.
So keep this in mind. Addie Wagner and Sammy Hazelton. Jersey numbers 3 and 5 for Fargo South, playing with 3 fouls. They get a foul anytime soon, they're more than likely going to the bench. And that one's blocked. That was blocked by Riley Wacha. Wacha will get it up court there. Now a pass across the paint. There we go. I try and say that 3 times fast. Basket does not count. Ball goes back to Fargo South.
Fouls on Eagles. Number 14, Wacha. That's her third personal. First team foul of the half.
Wacha has 2 fouls, 3 if you count the technical that she got earlier. Up top, Hazelton. Now Carlson near wing. Looks down slow for Schroeder. She'll draw contact. Bucket won't go, but she'll go to the line. Try and get those 2 points the hard way. 34-18, as that'll be team foul number 2 on the Eagles here.
Second personal.
Taylor Fay picks up her second.
Shooting a pair of free throws, Schroeder.
Schroeder remains perfect. 3 of 3 from the line with that free throw there. And that one will drop in as well. Let's make an adjustment on our camera here a little bit. There we go. Got that tilted down for the halftime show and forgot to tilt it back up. Near side, Riley Wacha drives down to the baseline and the shot will not count. Foul on Fargo South. Looks like it might be on Schroeder. Oh, check. Hazelton now has 4. We don't see any action. Yes, we do. Bryn Nelson will come in momentarily. That shot's up and in. Taylor Fay with 14 points now for Fargo Davies. Nelson, or check that. That's Osborne, excuse me. Nelson will check in at the next break, more than likely for Hazelton.
Fouls on number 40, third personal, third team foul.
Now Paige Schroeder with her third.
Number 22, Bryn Nelson.
Coach isn't too happy about that. Nelson checks in. That puts Carlson on the bench, more than likely, or no, check that. Not Carlson, excuse me, Hazelton. More than likely for a big portion of this second half. Wagner dangerously close to following suit if she isn't careful here. Nearly a foul on Riley Wacha. She backed into Wagner on that 3. And back the other way, Fargo Davies can't get it to go in. Rebound to Osborne, bounce pass to Nelson across the paint in the backcourt. Back to Addie Wagner now. 36-20, 15:57 and counting as Wagner get the ball back, fire it near side for Nelson. Nelson ball above her head, looking inside, but keeps it. Now over to Osborne, quickly into the hands of Wagner. Wagner's going to drive down to the baseline, goes through the double team, and it's blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Fargo South. 15:40, the clock will stop. And the inbounds pass will come from the baseline, I believe from the near side of the hoop, and that is indeed the case. Firing that will be Carlson on the triggering that inbounds pass. Wagner on the near sideline here. Fakes right, goes left, dribbles up to the near wing, now backs up high to the near side. A little lob pass, and I thought it was a lob pass, but it looks like she was going to the hoop. As I was not even paying attention to the shot clock that time around. That's not normal. Normally I have my eyes on that, but every now and then it escapes me. It should be 36-20. I apologize. If I say the score and doesn't match up with what's on your screen, what I say is the correct score. Nelson pulls down the rebound off the missed shot by Davies here. Down by 16. See if they can rally here and get a handful of points and trim down that lead a little bit. Nelson to Wagner. Wagner nearly lost it, regained control. 12 to shoot on the shot clock. Wagner still with the ball, making a spin move. Tried to go down the baseline, lost it. It was picked up by Koenig. Koenig will bring it back the other way. Ball is tipped as it goes to the top. Drives into the paint. Little 6-footer out the front of the rim, won't go. Wacha gets her own rebound and puts it up and in.
Riley Wacha on the layup.
38-20. And Wagner turned her head. Thankfully, Osborne was there to collect it. And that's going to be called a double dribble. That is the second turnover of the half here. They have a total of 15 turnovers now. We've had one tie and one lead change, and that's it. 14 minutes to go now as Faye will get the ball near. Oh, Koenig's going to get called for a travel or a double dribble or something. Should not have done that. Carlson up court to Bryn Nelson. Nelson still behind the timeline here. 5 seconds to cross the timeline. 3 seconds to cross the timeline. 1. Oh, that was so close. It was about a half a second away from a 10-second backcourt violation there. But they were able to get the ball into the hands of Wagner, and now Wagner will slow things down, allow her teammates to set up. She avoids the double team, gets it to Carlson. 5 to shoot on the shot clock, goes over the top of the backboard. That'll be considered out of bounds, and ball will go back to Fargo Davies. 13 and a half to go, and a timeout on the floor.
South Bruins, a full timeout.
That's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, as we come out of that break, shot underneath is up and in. 2 points for Fargo Davies out of the hands of Riley Wacha.
Assist Koenig.
And that one's going to be stolen away. 3 on 4 on 2 the other way. Nice pass underneath. And Ava Wild with 5 points now. .12:51 and counting. Double team in the backcourt. Nelson gives it to Wagner. Wagner meets the defense, gets it back to Bryn Nelson. And Nelson's 3 is a little bit off to the right side of the rim and off the backboard into the hands of Fargo Davies. Work the ball inside of the paint. Turn around, a little scoop shot off the glass a little bit too hard. Battle for the ball, and a loose ball is picked up there by Bryn Nelson. Hands it off in the backcourt to Wagner, up court to Carlson. Back to Wagner now in between the circles with 12:20 to go here in the second half. 42-20 lead. Up top, Nelson. Looking around, now she'll put the ball to the floor. Pick up her dribble, get it to Carlson. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Wagner, 5 to shoot, spins around. Maybe got away with the travel there. Got it up, and an offensive rebound and a fresh 30 here for Fargo South. Substitution for both teams at the next break in action here. Carlson up top for Osborne, nearly lost it, regained control. Over to Wagner. 11:38 to go, 9 on the shot clock. Wagner with the basketball, drives in, free throw line, nearly stripped away, and a whistle, and they're going to call it jump ball. That will favor Fargo Davies.
Jump ball.
That was the right call. I couldn't see which Davies defender was in there, but
number 5, Hazelton.
she got their hand on top of the ball with Addie Wagner's hand underneath the ball. And jump ball was the correct call. Nice eyesight there by our official. I owe Ryan Gellner a couple compliments in this game. Let's put it that way. Underneath, I think that's Wagner, and she tried to bounce out the foot, and she did so successfully. Bounced it off the foot there of the Fargo Davies player. That was Taylor Fay. Taylor leading the way with 14 points right now for Fargo Davies. Riley Wacha with 9 right behind her. They'll bounce it in down to Schroeder, and Schroeder got it. Off the low block, and she'll get the points.
Schroeder with the bucket.
Schroeder enters the double-digit club with 10 now. First Bruin to get there. Comes at the 10:50 mark of the second half. Wide open for 3. No, a little bit off the mark. Rebound there by Simliascu. Now over far side. Maybe thought about the 3 again, then they put it up top. Drives into the paint, finds the seam through defenders. That is Wacha. Wacha cannot get it to fall down, and that'll trickle into the hands of Sammy Hazelton back into the lineup. Carlson quickly into the corner for Wagner. 10-18 and counting as Wagner comes up. Nelson, top of the key. Gets the screen from Carlson, puts up the long 2, a little bit short, and I'm not sure who that went out on. It's going to stay with Fargo South.
Entering the game for the Eagles, number 23, Safransky.
Safransky checks in. I believe that's Wacha going out, and it is. So Wacha will get a breather on the bench. Should be 2 team fouls for Fargo Davies.
Into the game for the Bruins, number 21, Rachel Osborne.
Osborne checks in. Might have a bloody nose or something on Sammy Hazelton. She's going to a trainer to get checked, and there's a
Addie Wagner with the 3.
Three-pointer from Wagner and missed it. I was looking at Hazelton on the sideline there. Thank heavens for the PA announcer. Another foul on Fargo South.
Fouls on Eagles, number 44.
Oh, no, Eagles, excuse me.
Lexi Simliascu, first personal, 3rd team foul.
Simliascu picks up her first personal foul. Down low, wide open. It's Paige Schroeder with the bucket.
Schroeder with the bucket.
With that 3 a couple baskets ago from Addie Wagner, she now has 4 points. Long 2, foot on the line. It's up and in from about 18-11 from the feet. Or no, I checked that 19-7 is what I meant to say. Okay, we'll move on from that. My measurement's off here, apparently. Taylor Fay with the basket, and now the steal. Down low, shot is up, won't go. Comes back out top, 3 is on the way, and that one in and out, won't go. Push underneath, I believe it's on Carlson. Fargo South for sure.
Fouls on the Bruins, number 14, Carlson. 3rd personal, 4th team foul. Entering the game for the Eagles, number 10, Lenge.
Thought about the free throw line jumper, then pours it out into the corner. Now they work it back down low. Nice pass, and the basket's up and in. Taylor Fay with 6 points here in the second half and 18 overall for Fargo Davies as they lead 46-27. Bryn Nelson now with the basketball. Gives it back to Wagner with a very long three. That one's off the mark. I don't think I've seen Wagner take a three-pointer from inside 21 feet. Three-point arc is 19 feet 9 inches. Basket does not count, as Simley Askew was hoping that it would count.
Number 22, Bryn Nelson, first personal, 5th team foul.
Bryn Nelson picks up her first, the 5th for the Bruins. Inbounds pass comes up to Simley Askew. Askew down the near side of the lane, and that will be a foul on Bryn Nelson. That'll be her second if it is on her.
Number 22, Nelson, second personal, 6th team foul.
So Safransky will trigger the inbounds pass. Now Simley Askew works it inside of the paint. Back out top. Long, about 12-footer or so is just off the rim. Bryn Nelson pulls down the rebound. That's 4 defensive boards for Bryn Nelson according to my numbers. Now Nelson was put up a 3. That one will not trickle in. Out of bounds, last touch by Davies. It stays with Fargo South.
Number 5, Hazelton.
Hazelton with 4 fouls and 2 points. Checks back into the lineup here for Fargo South. Ava Wild also into the lineup for Fargo Davies. Nelson at the high post. Osborne far side. She'll put up a 3. Those have gone in the past. Not this time around, no. Quickly up court. That's Ava Wild with the shot and drops it in.
Ava Wild.
.737 to go in the second half. 21-point lead here for the Eagles. That's Osborne. She'll tee it up for 3. A little bit strong on that one. Ava Wild pulls down the defensive board. Wild, triple team, controls it. Allows Davies to get over the timeline as Safransky with the basketball being guarded by Addie Wagner. Safransky will dribble to the near side, teeing it up for 3. She has a couple of them already, not that time. Jenna Langang tried to get her third 3 of the night. She'll have to wait on that opportunity. 48-27, 6:57 to go, just under 7 minutes here in the second half. Once again, the boys' game coming up after the conclusion of this one here as Hazelton has it on the near wing for the Bruins. One dribble, gives it to Osborne. Osborne puts the ball to the floor, dribbles into the high post on the near side, gives it back to Wagner. Wagner, double team. That means somebody's open. It's Bryn Nelson over on the far side. Shot clock is going to be a violation. Ball has to hit the rim in order for the shot clock violation not to happen. That goes into the books as a turnover. .48-27, 6:27 to go. Into the corner, gets around Osborne, and there is going to be a whistle on a foul on Osborne. That will be, I believe, her first.
Fouls on number 21, Rachel Osborne, first personal, 7th team foul. Shooting a 1-on-1, Ava Wild.
So Ava Wild is 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. She makes the first one, she'll get a second one. That one will drop in. She's 2 of 3 now on the evening. And that one will miss. 2 of 4.
Fouls on Eagles, number 40, Ava Wild, second personal, 4th team foul. Into the game. For the Bruins, number 40, Schroeder.
Bryn Nelson will get a breather on the bench. Schroeder will come back in. Hazelton to Wagner. Over the timeline, cuts through the double team. Lost the ball, gets into the hands of Osborne. Gives it back to Wagner in the corner with 17 to shoot on the shot clock. Wagner dribbles up to the high post, now backs up in between the circles. They'll reset. Give the ball back to Wagner now. After she passed it away, she'll cut through and she will lay it in. Nice drive and a cut there by Addie Wagner. She has 6 points on the night, 5 of those coming here in the second half. 5:47 to go and a 20-point advantage for the Fargo Davies Eagles. 49-29, near side, now looking inside. Down to the low post, spinning around. Wacha gets it up and in.
Riley Wacha.
51-29. Pressure in the backcourt here by Fargo Davies once again, as Wagner will get the ball back. That was a 10-second violation.
Timeout on the court. Eagles.
Okay, we'll take a timeout as well. Be back in a moment.
Timeout.
What does it mean to be in good hands? It means to get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm your area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Let my team and I give you a free, no obligation, personalized insurance proposal and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Give us a call today at the Allstate Fred Hage Agency or stop by to our new West Fargo location at the intersection of Veterans and 32nd Avenue. Allstate Fred Hage Agency with 3 area locations to better serve you.
All right, welcome back. 51-29, 5:24 to go here in the second half of play. Fargo Davies with a comfortable lead. Team foul 7-4 in favor of Fargo Davies. And Safransky will trigger the inbounds pass from the midcourt stripe here for Fargo Davies. Back to Safransky, now to, that's Wacha up top there, being guarded by Hazelton. Back to Safransky. Safransky over far side, that was Langang, looks down low there for Ava Wild. Wild with the turnaround, won't go. Rebound comes down into the hands of Schroeder. 5 defensive boards and 2 offensive boards for Paige Schroeder, according to my numbers. As Wagner picks it up at the mid post, up top now to Osborne, and gives it back to that, I believe that's Carlson. And it was. Now Hazelton over on the far wing. Ball above her head, gets it to Osborne, top of the key. 4:42 to go, 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Carlson for 3. Too strong. Missed everything, far side, and as the 2 players were flying out of bounds, one contacted the other, and it'll be a foul on somebody. Or maybe not. Maybe it'd just be an out of bounds. That's what it'll be, just out of bounds, and it'll be Fargo South basketball. Shot off the front of the rim. That was a shot clock buzzer, and now of a jump ball. Now possession arrow will favor Fargo South. .432 to go, second half of play. Once again, the boys game coming up next. It'll be about a 20-minute break. We'll go off the air for about 5 or so minutes and come back with your pregame show for the boys game. Long 2 from Wagner, straight away, got it. About 19-7 or so. 8 points now for Addie Wagner. Cross court, wide open, Langang for 3 out the front of the rim, won't go. Wagner pulls down another rebound. Have her down for 3 rebounds on the defensive side of the glass. And a 20-point advantage.
23, Safransky, second personal, 5th team foul. Entry in the game, number 21, Marissa Burian.
Marissa Burian is a 5'8" sophomore. Wearing number 21 for Fargo Davies as Schroeder tries to go to the hoop. And Schroeder will go to the line to shoot 2.
Eagle foul on the play, number 33, Koenig, second personal, 6th team foul. Shooting a pair of free throws, number 40, Schroeder. Entering the game for the Bruins, number 22, Nelson. For the Eagles, number 15, Fay.
And Schroeder remains perfect. A perfect 6 of 6. 2 of 2 in the first half and 4 for 4 in the second half from the free throw line for the 5'9 junior, Paige Schroeder. We'll keep it right here for the 30-second timeout on the floor. I want to thank our sponsors, including Van Dam Chiropractic, Game Time, and Allstate Fred Hage Agency, as well as... That's it, actually. I was thinking of a different basketball team. So those three bringing you broadcast coverage here for this Fargo Davies Fargo South basketball game. We'll have all the Fargo Davies boys games except for a couple of the road games. And then we'll have a handful more of the Fargo Davies Eagles girls games when they play in the doubleheaders this year with the boys. We'll have all those doubleheader games for you. Looking at a couple of baseball teams trying to lock us in for spring, and then we'll have some, I believe anyway, it's still unofficial, but we will have some Legion baseball coverage for you this summer as well. So we're locked in all the way, and then Kindred football next fall. So we're locked in all the way until next winter on sports coverage, which is nice. I like that. That one was stripped away. Nice strip there by Alice Carlson. Eventually ends up in the hands of Wagner, and she makes a power move to the basket. Ball was cleanly stripped away. Wagner looking a little bit frustrated on that, thinking that maybe a foul should have been called, but not the case this time around. Wacha, a couple passes later, far corner, now cross court near side. I believe it's Koenig with the basketball, and it is. Carlson needs to be careful there. It's Hazelton. She had 4 fouls, and that'll be a violation. 5 second, 3 second. I was looking down at my scorebook, so it was one of the two. 3 in the lane or 5 holding it. One of the two. 3 minutes to go here in the second half. I have to double check. The scoreboard in the gym says 51-32. I have 51-33. Adding up, see 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I have 33. So we'll double check the scoring after the game to see if maybe we missed something or maybe they missed something. Because Schroeder made both of those free throws, at least I think she did. That was the last scoring for Fargo South. Maybe she did miss the last one. I don't know. You folks at home have the ability for instant replay. I don't. So if you want to let me know. Pretty sure Fargo South has 33. Three-pointer on the way. A little bit strong. Rebound comes down to the hands of Paige Schroeder. Got 6 defensive boards along with 3 offensive. She almost has a double-double. Just a rebound away. Long 3 from Wagner. That one looked good and it just didn't fall in. That's probably the best long 3 Wagner's put up tonight, with the exception of the one that she made, of course. But
entering the game for the Eagles, number 12, Donut. Number 5, Selensky.
work it up top into the hands of Wacha. Wacha back over to Selensky. Selensky and far side 3 is up. Brush the front of the rim, no good. Ball is saved, but into the hands of the wrong team if you're a Fargo Davies fan, and a right team if you're a Fargo South fan. Nelson to Wagner on the near wing, just under a minute to go, and the ball stolen away. 2-on-2, back the other way, and off the rim, it won't go. Rebound to Carlson. Wagner into the backcourt now, up court to Bryn Nelson. Nelson will put it up for 3. A little too strong, you can tell that coming out of her hand. 35 seconds to go. Ellen Donut into the lineup, and a travel. That's only the 7th turnover of the game for Fargo Davies.
Caden Kurzman. And number 23, Taylor Sobransky.
23 is what I have for Fargo South on the turnover column. 30 seconds to go. Wide open, tees it up for 3, count it!
3 for Donut.
At the buzzer, that one's off, and that'll bring us to your final score. Unofficially, 54-33. Yes, it is 33.
Fargo South Bruins, 33.
There we go. So I was right the whole time. It was 54-33, your final score. We'll be back after this timeout here, add up some numbers with a short post-game show, and then get ready for the boys' game right after this on the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal, your daughter's set ceiling ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
What does it mean to be in good hands? It means to get an expert agent who's in it for the long haul. We'll get to know you and be there for you as your coverage needs change. I'm your area Allstate agent, Fred Hage. Let my team and I give you a free, no obligation, personalized insurance proposal and see for yourself what it means to be in good hands. Give us a call today at the Allstate Fred Hage Agency or stop by to our new West Fargo location at the intersection of Veterans and 32nd Avenue. Allstate Fred Hage Agency with 3 area locations to better serve you.
Van Dam Chiropractic is dedicated to helping you achieve your health goals and improving your quality of life. Dr. Van Dam provides the most comprehensive chiropractic and acupuncture care. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, work-related injury, car accident, or just getting relief from chronic pain, Dr. Scott Van Dam will get you back on the road to good health. They look forward to serving you at Van Dam Chiropractic. Call them at 532-5320 or visit them online at vandamchiropractic.com.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed. Someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give you advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. All right, welcome back. We'll just do a summary here of the girls' game, and then we'll get ready for the boys' game here. And then after the boys' game, we'll do a full recap of both games for you. Scoring for Fargo Davies, they were led by Taylor Fay with 18 points, Riley Wacha with 14, and then 8 for Ava Wild, 6 for Brooklyn Koenig, 6 for Jenna Langang, and 2 for Ellen Donut. For Fargo South, they were led by Paige Schroeder with 14 points. Both Rachel Osborne and Addie Wagner ended the night with 8, Sammy Hasselton with 2, and Alice Carlson with 1. Player of the game, we're going to go with Taylor Fay. She was perfect from the free throw line. She had 8 points in the first half, in addition to those 4 from the free throw line, for a total of 12. She would add 6 more in the second half and lead the way with only 2 fouls, a steal, and a blocked shot. So Taylor Fay will be our player of the game for Fargo Davies. That's going to wrap it up. You can find us online at msportsnet is our new Twitter handle, so disregard the ones you see on the screen there. Of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at /ND Sports Channel, and find us on Facebook at facebook.com/msportsmnet. We're back with the boys' game in a few moments. Thanks so much for watching. The preceding was a live production of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Once again, your final score, Fargo Davies 54 and the Fargo South 33.